Hi, this is picoCTF2018, and today we're going to solve problem 21, which is Logon for 150 points, and it's under the category web exploitation, and it's the third one we're going to do. And the problem is, I made a website, so now you can log on too. I don't seem to have the password. See if you can't find the flag. And the hints here are it doesn't seem to check anyone's password except for admins. How do you check the admin's password? So this is today's problem. And let's open that link and see what it shows. We're going to open it in a new tab here. And it's plain and simple, really not much of a web page here, but we're gonna see if we can get in on it. We know how to do this from before, right? We go in here and inspect element. But what's interesting here is that no matter what web page you're looking at, username and password and sign in or the login area is always going to be interesting. So let's click on inspect element, and we can see our source code here in the inspector. So we see here that we have our HTML, and we have our CSS and script here. We can see that we have our typical JavaScript, right? But there's probably more than one way to do this problem, but we're going to go in on storage. And we're going to take a look at cookies here. Now, a cookie, there are many types of cookies, but what we think of is that it's a small piece of data that's sent from a website and stored in your browser. It's like if you go in on Amazon or eBay and you sign in and you do stuff, and then you come back again a week later and it remembers either what you searched or what you put in your basket, right? That's because of this cookie that's stored in your browser. If we go in on cookies here, we are going to see a few things, but we're not seeing any name here. We haven't logged in, and we don't have an admin as a name here. But just to mention it, you're probably going to see gid, ga, and gat here when you go in on cookies. It's to distinguish users. GA here has an expiration date of 2 years. You can see here 2021. Gid, that's for 24 hours. And GAT here is kind of like with throttling requests, and usually has an expiration of 10 minutes. But we need to go back to our web page here first with the login to see what we can do. We could try just our own username here just for the fun of it and see what happens. And I'm going to just put in testing here as a password and sign in. Alright, so what it says here is success, you logged in. Not sure you'll be able to see the flag though. No flag for you. Okay. We can try that one more time. But this time we're going to try admin as a username. And we don't have a password for admin, right? And I'm sorry, the admin password is super secure. You're not getting in that way. But that's okay. Now we can go back to our inspect element here and see what has happened. Now we are already back in storage and cookies here. And you can see there are a few elements that have been added here. I've placed these windows much closer together now. We have a username, Goethe, and the password was testing. And we have also gotten the admin, but there's no password under admin, right? Because he didn't, we don't know the password, but the value is false. So the question is, if we click on this, we have the ability to actually put in something else. So instead of false, we can put in true and then see what happens. Alright, so we have a problem here. We're actually back to the login here, and we did have a flag here when we put in our own username and password. So let's put in the same username and password again, sign in, and now we have the flag back. And then we're gonna go back and inspect element, and we are once again going to put in true, which we did before, and now we're going to go out of it. We're going to go up to the top here where we have flag and just resubmit the page, and we finally got our picoCTF flag here, which we're going to copy. You should be able to do this problem in your Internet Explorer or Edge, and also Chrome. I'm using Firefox, but what you can do is you can actually use an add-on to Firefox, a cookie editor, which makes this much simpler. I'm not using any add-ons, I'm just using Firefox as it is in case you didn't have it. But it's a little trial and error once in a while to actually get this to work. But we're gonna submit our flag here. And we have one more problem solved.